Hey yo, how you doing, guys? It's me, the one AJ, representing one fifth of them boys, the Ministry of Wrestling. So you know what that means. We're here, and why are we here? Because a different spin. One, we're going to be talking video games, which we've never really done. Kind of done it on the old Silver Screen Dudes channel, but also because it's a run. I don't like to be the guy to sit back and moan and complain, but I feel the need to. WWE 2K26 has come out, and before we saw the actual cover artist, we got three different covers. We had the Attitude Era, then we had the Monday Night Wars, then we had the King of Kings, then CM Punk. And I wanted to wait to see who the actual cover star was before I got into my run. Now, there was a lot of speculation because of the Attitude Era feature that it was going to be Punk, because WWE 13 featured Punk. That was under the THQ banner, not the 2K banner. Fine, you want to do that. When you had that story, not only was Punk integrated into it and you could do the Punk showcase, but the game itself had a story which was built with the, I think it was My Story at the time. That leads into why you're going to do that. It shows the stars of WCW, and half of these guys were still active. You know, Kevin Nash was active and what have you, and you develop it. And that's where the story continued. You had a WCW versus WWF war, like the guys who were on their way out but still relevant, showing up and doing what they needed to do. Not everybody was there. Now, this is the second time that WWE are going to do a game, and Sting's not going to be featured in this whole Attitude Era, this whole Monday Night War. More to the point, Monday Night War, Attitude Era is WWF, you know, WWE. At Monday Night War is that war between those two, and you can't not have Sting. He's highly instrumental. Yes, it's good to have Goldberg in there, but there are names that made it what it was. Sting was one of the ultimate names in that. That's the first thing. Now, that's on the surface level. I'm looking at those bits, and I'm like, those are there. Then I'm looking at the future. Now, I'm a guy who's played video games my whole life. I'm a 40-year-old man. I'm not afraid to say that. I've played Sega Genesis, Mega Drive over here in the UK, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, all the way up to PS5. I have bought a wrestling game on near enough every console I've had because that's what I do, and I like to complete these games as best as I can. Now, I'm looking at the past few games. You look at a SmackDown versus Raw game, you've got Randy Orton on the cover for WWE 12. You've got SmackDown versus Raw, Batista and Cena on there. You look at Attitude, it's got Warzone has Stone Cold on it. Attitude has everybody from the Attitude Era on there. You have SmackDown that has something. You've got SmackDown versus Raw. You've got Brock Lesnar. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Just bring it. All of these games that have Triple H, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, the stars of that time. You've got WWE games, 2K, whoever going around asking everyone who deserves to be on the cover. Who deserves to be on the cover? I have no beef with CM Punk. I have no beef with CM Punk whatsoever when I say, cool, but where's the focus on the future? Yes, he's the champ, but where's the focus on the future? Everyone's saying Stephanie Vicaire, Dominic Mysterio. You've got all of these names out there. We choose Punk. Fine, I'll live with that. He's a champ. Drew McIntyre would have been an awesome nod. But this feels like WWE 13 2.0. I'll live with that also. But then it hits me furthermore. I then see this King of Kings edition. And I get triggered once again, because normally everyone likes to bash Triple H. And I'm like, no. I'm a Triple H guy. Like the t-shirts, I'm not only NWO, I'm Click. That's the guys I go for. I'm happy with most of the stuff he's done. He doesn't get 100% hit rate. There are some failures in WWE right now. The ticket prices are insane right now. I'm down for all of that. But where are we going now? We've got this King of Kings edition, the Monday Night Wars and Attitude. And I didn't realize that people are like, he's on the cover of 3. I'm like, well, he was instrumental in Attitude Era and Monday Night Wars. King of Kings edition has no right being in there, because King of Kings was not in the Attitude Era. Hunter Hearst Helmsley changed to HHH, you know, the coined phrase of Triple H through that time. Triple H became a thing during the Attitude Era. The game became something in the Attitude Era. The King of Kings is a lot later down the line, even though he won the King of the Ring just before the Attitude Era, when he comes back for Booker T. Not even WrestleMania 19, beginning of the Ruthless Aggression Era, which would be good. A Ruthless Aggression Era showcase, you know, but that's it. But I'm looking at WWE as a product moving forward, and I'm saying, where are we going? Because our last cover stars are CM Punk, Roman Reigns. I will give is at the here and now time. Before that was, I believe, John Cena and then Rey Mysterio. And I'm not looking at these guys. I love these guys, but where's the focus on the future? This is what I'm looking for. That's my stage one. Then I'm looking at the whole thing, and it dawned on me that I'm getting upset about covers and the timing of Triple H. And, you can't help but think a man who's completely retired, not allowed to even step back in the ring for health reasons, I get that, but wouldn't be stepping in the ring right now, is on the cover and has an addition. But if you were going to give me a Triple H showcase, I have no beef with that. But the showcase is CM Punk, which I also have no beef with. It's the misleading. It's the misleading that bugs me right now, because you will buy these games and you have all of these editions, but I've always purchased the highest level because I want to unlock all the characters. Now, I don't believe unlocking a character should be behind a paywall. I believe your skill should unlock the characters. You go back to Attitude, you go back to No Mercy on the 64, Here Comes the Pain, Just Bring It. You unlock along the way. I found it weird with SmackDown 1 where you had to create Shawn Michaels by unlocking, but it is what it is. And these are the things. There is such a focus on the past. I've played as Shawn Michaels back in 94 on a video game. I'm still playing as him in 2025, 2026. No beef to Shawn. Shawn's my guy throughout. Hunter, my guy through and through. But what are we doing? When you're advertising a Monday Night War edition, so you're trying to tap into the old school fans, you're not going to deliver Sting. You're not going to give the characters or even anything building around that for people to buy into. And we've had it already. It's all of these little nitpicks that are bugging me about what this product is. You're asking me to pay £119, guys. Now, previously, when I'm buying editions at maybe £80, £90, and I appreciate inflation, there are packs of wrestlers being released. Wrestlers that are newly signed, an NXT outburst, the old school WCW. And it's there, but there's no storyline. There's no storyline in the game. It's just playable characters. It goes worse here because we only have the My Rise, which I'm a fan of. Last year was fun, maybe just a bit too repetitive. Trees needed to branch off a bit more based off your actions, but it's a wrestling game. I get that. The showcase, the Bloodline, absolutely amazing. Loved it. Loved every minute of that. Gave me a good history lesson, and I'm not opposed to history lessons, but we need more. You can't be charging me £119 for the Monday Night War edition for a pose on the island. The island isn't a game I play. I play for the structure and story without having to worry about these paywalls. And I get what you're trying to do, but build that into my showcase if you need to. Let my player travel around. Don't give me all of this and that. And if you don't lock in by this time, you've missed out. And get this. Another thing I can't support is the whole My Faction. Get this card and get these VC points. That's what I'm paying more for, to get extra VC points, season passes. Where are the players? Where are the stories? If you're going to give me all of that and tell me buy the Monday Night War edition, I'm not looking to do it because I want the DX Shawn Michaels. I'm not doing it because I want the 98 Hogan or whatever else. So I'm drawing here. I'm not even going for it. Long gone are the days of, let's take Ron Simmons. You pick Farouk. You could take Farouk from the Nation, Farouk from the APA, and if you wanted to, even Acolytes, because there was a slight difference. 3 costumes, 1 player. You're going to advertise 400 players, but it's 5 versions of one guy because you've got 98, 92, 96, 90. Look at The Undertaker. You've got the Dead Man, you've got the Biker, you've got this version of the Dead Man, you've got Ministry Taker, Dead Man Taker from 91, retired version Taker, plus the Biker Taker, like 4 to 5. The same goes for Kane. Kane with the mask, Kane without the mask, corporate Kane, whatever versions of Kane you want to do, with the bands, without the bands, with a top, without a top. Like, come on, guys. That's not 400 players. That is not 400 players. That is not worth £119. This is where I'm getting upset. This is me who's bought every game religiously. You're telling me to spend my money on what? On what? A pack, a Joe Hendry t-shirt. It's bad enough to say pre-order to get Joe Hendry because later on I'm going to have to pay £13 to get him, so might as well get it now. That's the thing, but it's the misleading that's bugging me. You're advertising a Monday Night War for people to look and think they're getting a storyline. What? They're going to see a WCW ring. They're not going to get the entire faction of the NWO. They're not going to get the entire Too Cool. They're not going to get the Hardys. They're not going to get Edge and Christian, Chris Jericho, all on the other side. Billy Gunn on the other side. Yes, I've seen Billy come over. If WWE are going to pay it, all right, excitement. But there's no storyline in that. There's no rewriting history. Let's see what happens had the DX tank got in to WCW. If you want to sell me the Monday Night Wars and rewrite history, what happens if coming down the rafters, it looks like Taker, but it's Sting because they're getting their revenge? These are the stuff that you should be doing, guys. This is what tells me, oh, now there's a throwback. But here's another thing I'm asking you, 2K. Here's a thing I'm appealing for. If you're really going to take my money, and I'm not opposed, and this sounds bad because I have friends asking me each year, you paid how much for what game? And I'm like, it's my game. It's the enjoyment I have. Now I'm not able to defend it. Why? Because you're not giving enough. I'm not paying extra just for like two to three characters and a load of stuff that I'm not going to play for. WWE, here's the thing about gaming. You've got online gaming and you've got gaming. If you're going to give me gaming, give me the structures and the foundations. And I will pay for a Monday Night War edition and unlock Sting and wait for Lex Luger to be downloaded and Hogan to come out and all of the rest. I will do that, but not under these circumstances. Let's focus on WWE as that stands right now. Give me maybe a Braun Breaker on the cover. I understand Punk's champ. Drew McIntyre would have been an awesome cover as well. Again, nothing against Punk when I say this. But let's focus on the stars of now. Let's fall back on the era that was gone and let's focus forward. This is why it's called to WWE as well as 2K. Let's focus on those guys. Let's push that forward. Let's make the game relevant for that. And then 2K, you know what you do to give me another purchase, another chance for you to take my money? What THQ done with Legends of WrestleMania. Bring back the old school stars. I would keep the gameplay. Don't change it like they did because that wasn't great. Now you've got 2 games in a year. 2 games in a year, and if you want, you can import to merge. Whichever way you want to do it, you do it. But no, you want to insult diehard wrestling fans by saying buy the Monday Night War edition, go for the whole price, and if you order early, you get 2K25 for free. Which diehard wrestling fan has not got 2K25? Because I sure as hell have it. We've done it all, we've paid it all. So now you're slapping me in the face by saying, oh, wait out. So really, I shouldn't buy this one because I might as well wait for 2K27 to get 2K26 for free. No, I'm upset. These are the points that's getting to me. Now you're talking about the matches and everything that comes with it. I'm seeing the dumpster match, which is a glorified casket and ambulance match because the dynamics of those buttons and frequencies don't change. That's all the same in there. You're bringing back certain matches that we've seen before, first time under a 2K banner. I'm seeing an advert for this swamp/dumpster/graveyard, and I'm okay with these stuff in a story. Rumor has it this is part of the island. I may not touch it because of that. But what is your actual throwback? Where's the Starcades, the Halloween Havocs, and all of those to make it that story? And that's what people are going to be looking for when you're purchasing, and you're not going to get it. You're going to be stuck with a bunch of VC points. Now, this is why I bring it back one more time. Bring out 2K26. Bring out the Attitude Era or Monday Night Wars game. WWE Monday Night Wars. Have all of those focus stars. Pay what you got to pay to have your Stings, your Jeff Hardys, Matt Hardys, Edge, Christians, and all the rest. Now a chance to play and merge those. With this, you can have that. So now you've got 2 games out there. And now you can tell people what happens if Braun Breaker takes on Prime Scott Steiner. But hey, even that's not so much of a draw because why? Scott Steiner's in every game. And I love that. I've got no beef with that, you know. But it's available on 2K25. So why should I buy 2K26? These are the things that's bugging me. There's no, hey, I'm a fan of Buff Bagwell and Scott Steiner. I'll put my hands up to it. People don't like that, but these are the things. I'm saying level up with 2 different games. And this whole paywall situation, you know what you do? You do it like GTA 5. Make it WWE 2K Online or whatever you want to call it. Have it online. Let people buy all their battle passes and run around an island and all the rest and go tune in every minute. But that's not gaming, guys. I'm appealing to old school gamers and I'm making you new school gamers stop and think for a minute. What is gaming about opening a bunch of cards like it's a trading situation and spending X amount of money just to unlock someone to say I've completed it? That's not gaming. That's not winning. That's not achieving. It's dead. It's dead. That if you guys want to be part of that, that's fine. But don't make that part of my gaming experience. Don't make that part of my platinum chasing. Go and do 2K Online, WWE 2K Online. Keep evolving that like GTA 5 has done for 4 generations of gaming. PS3, PS4, PS5 and beyond. Go and do that. Let people go and collect their cards and be like, oh, I can do this and mod that. That's another world of gaming. But for the true gamers who want to buy a game, have a story, be enthralled, and get into your creativity as opposed to putting the onus on us. That's what you're doing now. It's the onus on me to be able to do something. And there's no skill in achieving these stuff. And that's why I'm getting upset. I'm more than happy to spend £114 or £140, whatever I'm paying, when it's worth it. Give it to me in increments, it's there. But it's decreasing, guys. The value's going up, but the potential is decreasing. As I said, I would buy a WCW pack and get your Terry Funks, your Sandmans, your RVDs, your Sabus, and the rest. You'd get your Nation of Domination pack, get your Farouk, get your Godfather, get your Mark Henry. All of these little different additions, but they don't intertwine into the story, but you'll still be like, hey, that's cool. I'm now playing a game that's telling me I've not unlocked everything, but I've completed all of the challenges you set before me. Now it's about going onto these little weird online things and trying to open a packet of cards to say, I've now got the Roman Reigns in a tracksuit. I've got Roman Reigns. Two versions of it at least. There might even be three. I think you've got Shield Roman, Tribal Chief Roman, like the Tribal Chief era, and then the OTC version. So that was three versions on 2K25. Then you want to release a tracksuit version and Mr. 1000 Days. That's not gaming. That's not over 400 characters. I'm even willing to partially take the idea of those 2K created characters that you've built that universe. I thought that was quite smart in the My Rise last year, where you brought back the old ones. Should have been able to import our previous characters, but hey, you guys are trying to tell me I get it free this year, so I don't know how you guys look at your back. You acknowledge your backward creations, but you don't really take it forward. This is what I'm asking for. This is the challenge I want to see from it all. I need to see something develop from it. I need to see better in gaming for me to still be invested in gaming. There's the deceit that's taking place by making people think that they can get the Attitude Era. There's the missed timing of Triple H being King of Kings in an Attitude Era version game when that's more ruthless aggression. And then there's this lack of focus on moving forward, because it's very much rehashed buying a game, which I think should just have a patch at this point, because all of the characters I've played from 20 years ago or from the first 2K game are still there now. They're still there now. There's nothing new, just new characters being built in, and then these modded versions. That's not a new game, guys. It's not a new game. Build it. Build the foundations of the solid stars. Make me buy a game and do that. But what you're doing is trying to tap into the old school fans who are going to be like, who's Carmelo Hayes? Who's Trick Williams? Why is Booker T at the announce table? I'm stuck with wrestling. I love wrestling. I can live with that. I will live with that. And I'm not opposed to having those problems because I want to see the future. But I can't if you keep giving me the other guys. Release that branch. Keep releasing that and we'll take it. I've said it. I will buy it. But this is deceitful at its highest level. And I'm appealing to gamers. Now's the chance. And I know, guys, I'm lucky to get 100 views on my videos. I have to put this rant out. And it's nothing against WWE. It's nothing against 2K. It's a plea to you guys. It's not a diss, it's a plea. I'm asking you to take my money correctly. Make me spend my money and don't lose me. A guy who's brought every game, I've said it, from the Sega to the PS5. I will buy every game because I can and I'm willing to, and it's my passion. This is the first time I said this might be my last, because you're not giving enough. You're lying to people. Yeah, it's cool to see Inferno match back. It's cool to see Stacking Tables. It's cool to see Thumbtacks for the first time. These are the small tweaks we expect year in, year out. You can't expect an entire game change. I get that. But stop relying on the Attitude Era and selling something when there's not even an Attitude Era showcase on it. Do multiple showcases. I don't mind if you advertise a showcase. Make me do that. So it doesn't have to be a Legends of WrestleMania game, like I said, but do something that will make me say, okay, if I buy this, it's not just free characters and a bunch of cards and extra coins. I don't touch that crap. I don't touch that crap, and no one should. That's another world. That's your 2K online. Give that for free. Let people start paying their way. Give me a showcase with it, guys. I'm going to be honest. This is my second recording because I felt like I left out a lot of stuff the last time. I just had this rant and I'm going to certain ways. But WWE, here's my appeal to you. Nothing against Hunter. Nothing against anyone else. Your ticket prices are outbidding people at the moment. You have to have a very, very lucrative business to be able to make it to WrestleMania front row, let alone back row at the moment. That's fine. People are complaining and kicking back on that. Don't make them do it on the gaming world as well. 2K. And this is why I'm attacking WWE. Don't let 2K get away with what they're doing to you and just be like, people will buy it, because your sheep will stop being sheep after a while. And they might find a new trend. And I get it. Fight Forever isn't the game to make us run for it. I brought it. I've never 2 matches and I've never touched it again. I get it. You guys don't have competition. But level up, because the lack of competition could just kill that gaming industry completely. There is nothing new in your games, guys. Level up. If you're going to charge extortionate prices, because NBA 2K does not go to the level of pricing you're asking me to go to right now. And it probably has everybody that a NBA fan is going for. As a wrestling fan, don't tell me, oh, get this Monday Night Raw edition where the height of heights just to get 3 players at best. Do better, guys. Do better. Look, I'm just putting it out there. If I could get people to like, comment, subscribe, share this so it can get to the voices that can hear it. Just tell me, am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that by advertising the Attitude Era, which won't have Sting in a Monday Night Raw edition, you're lucky to get Goldberg, depending on the agreements they have at the time. You're not going to get this whole, oh, I want to see what would happen if, let's even say Chronics versus the APA. You know, let's see the 2 sides of this, that, and the other. It's not going to happen. That's not what you're getting from this game. You're just going to see a couple of characters stuck amongst a sea of characters that you don't recognize if you're not still in the game right now. And conversely, as a fan of these games, and you are a fan of wrestling nowadays, you know you're going to get Shawn in there anyway. You know you're going to get Hunter in there anyway. So I'm paying extra money for Hunter 98. Wow, I thank you so much. I've seen something that says Shawn Michaels crotch chop emote on the island. The Undertaker doing this on the island. So you're going to tell me I can play the game, I could get the dead man's thumb across the throat, and it's only available on the island, or it's only available to unlock on the island. And that's what I've got to be grateful for. That's what I need to do. I need to go over to the island and go online and challenge this way for a pose. That's worth 140. Let's even call it the game is 70, 80 pounds. 40 to 50 pound more for a pose, for a t-shirt, for cards. And that's what you're asking me to take my money from. Hard-earned money, whether you're a parent, whether you're a man like myself who's earning it for yourself, whether you're a kid trying to beg your parents for it, for a card, for coins. Is this really where gaming's at? WWE 2K, this is the one, AJ, begging you, pleading you, do better. I'm not opposed to paying it, but make it worth it. I've said what I've got to say. I'm as I said, it's the second thing. I'm sure I've missed out some bits from the other. I think I've said it in another way here. I'm not even as angry as I was in the first one. I'm just asking you guys, do better. The games are there. The talent are there. Do better. Guys, please do better. Guys, if you agree with me, please comment below. If you disagree with me, please comment below. Either way, share it. Comment with me. Let's see how it is. Because you know what? I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a gaming fan. I'm going to love wrestling games. It's just who I am. If you feel the same, join me in this conversation. But until then, I am the one AJ, and I am signing out. And I hope you guys enjoy the game if you do buy it. If you don't, I think I can understand why. But you know what? Keep it ministry, keep it locked, keep it wrestling. And we are out. See ya.